Hello, everybody, and welcome to School Key Esports. We are here for your round of 8 as we get started here at Kansas Speedway. You're going to see the drivers in yellow there. They are the drivers locked into your round of 8. The red are currently out of the playoffs, which is unfortunate for them, but still a lot to race for. Alongside me tonight in the broadcast booth, Anthony Zirkle. Tell me how your day is, man.
Man, I am having a great day just to know that we are starting the round of 8 today here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Probably one of the best tracks, in my opinion, to watch a race at, other than Michigan. We'll go into that one later. But yeah, man, so such a good day so far.
Yes, it is. And your pole sitter for this race at Kansas, that's going to be Thomas Delago in the number 86 with a 31.112, throwing down a fast lap. Samuel Harrell is going to be in the number 43 outside that row 1, followed by Charles Van Scoik and Ricky Utting in row 2.
Aaron Jackson's going to be 5th. Joe Tardif's going to be 6th. John Hickman is 7th. And Christoph Hall is going to round out your top 8.
Bud Shears going to be in 9th position in the number 93 for RBS. Mike Montesi in the number 6 will be outside row 5. Inside row 6, we've got Cameron Dario. And on the outside, we've got Brandon Burkhart.
13th, we got Cody Sturgill. Ryan Cook's going to be 14th here. 15th, David Scott. Gas and Go Racing, number 31. Maurice Burnett in the number 843 Racing, round up your top 16.
Tyler Dalton in the number 16 is going to be starting 17th position. Outside of him will be Ron Walsh in the number 48. Inside row 10, we're going to have Philip Schmitz. Outside, Justin Reynolds.
And to finish out your field here, Dakota Kramer is going to be the 41 and 21st place. Jeff Ramsdale, 97, is going to be 22nd for JR Motorsports. And rounding out your whole field here is the 36 of Richard Crane, 23rd position. Got a pretty good field out here today, Nate.
Yes, we do. We have a very good showing here. We got 23 cars on track. And we will get into the race info, but for now, we're taking the green flag here at Kansas Speedway, and the round of 8 kicks off.
Tommy D got a good jump there in the league-sponsored car, the Beef Jerky Unlimited car here. Going to show up Charles Van Scoik going in a turn 3 here.
Couple drivers that got a really good start there and gained some positions. The 60 of Hickman Jr. made up 3 already in 1 lap. Aaron Jackson just ahead of him. He was up 2. Charles went from 3rd to 2nd, got a good restart, but now getting pressure from the 12 on the inside as he moves up into the high line.
Yeah, nothing to worry about for Charles. He usually kind of lets people go, lets them use up their tires, and then he pulls them right back in later on, saving his. So don't get too frustrated now if you see Charles drop back a little bit here.
A lot of action back here through the field. I'm seeing 3 and 4 wide on the front stretch where that really fans out, and they can go down below that white line. The 7 of Tardif holding steady where he started. Ryan Cook holding steady where he started the race. Tardif down 9 positions so far. So running into a little bit of trouble, but plenty of time to make it back up.
These are go out there in the chat. Hello, mother.
A couple of your playoff drivers currently sitting in not probably the spot they want to be in. That's 20th position. That's the number 8 of Maurice Burnett. Jeff Ramsdale currently 23rd, but we know his strategy of saving tires. He ain't even worried about stage points apparently in stage 1 here.
No, not unless if he does what he did the last race where he took tires and ran away with stage 2, got the stage points for that. But I don't think this is going to be the track that he's going to be able to do that kind of strategy and get away with it.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of the playoff points here up on screen now, Ron Walsh currently leading the way here for the round of 8 28 points ahead of the cut line. Aaron Jackson in second, 18 ahead. Burkhart currently sitting third, 6 points above the cut line, with Ricky Udding in fourth, 3 to the positive. Van Scoik's going to be 3 to the negative. Ramsdale -9. So that's why I'm kind of questioning the strategy of sitting back in last place. But, you know, to each their own. Sammy Harrell currently -12, and Maurice Burnett -13. Those are your round of 8 drivers trying to lock themselves into the championship.
Yeah, Charles had an easy go in there in Kentucky in the last round because he won Talladega to start off round of 12. But he doesn't have a win right now because we just started round of 8. So he's going to have to figure out if he's going to be able to win this race today and be able to get through the yucky, and yes, I say yucky, Martinsville Speedway next week. But he's going to have to figure something out to get some good points. He's sitting in a good spot right now, but it's early in the race.
And I do agree with your comment of yucky, because Martinsville is not a fun track necessarily to broadcast, but driving it can be a pain in the butt, as well as it can be very, very good. If you are a good driver at Martinsville, it is a very good opportunity for you to lock yourselves into the playoffs. And one driver I'll expect to see up front, even though he's not in the playoffs anymore because he got knocked out, but Bud Shear, I expect to see up front in Martinsville. Here in Kansas, it's going to come down to who can save those tires. And Aaron Jackson right now, as you can see out the front windshield of Van Scoik, putting a lot of pressure on that 86.
Yeah, Tommy D's taking the preferred line right now on the outside. Yes, it is the longest way around the track, but it is the fastest way around some of these tracks. You can wall ride just as good as Kyle Larson can. You're going to be able to get around these kind of types of tracks very quickly.
All right, we are 9 laps into the race. I will take you through your admin box race info. Track length, we're at 1.5 miles, Kansas Speedway. Temperature on the track right now, 96 degrees, and it is 69 degrees Fahrenheit for outside temperature, 40 degrees humidity, partly cloudy, 4-mile-per-hour winds. We are a 100 lap race tonight. Stage 1 will come at the end of lap 20. Stage 2, the end of lap 45. 55 lap stint for the final stage. These cars run 50% fuel and 1 green, white, checkered if needed. On back through the field. Here in 10th place, Tyler Dalton now up 7 positions, trying to make his way to the front. Burkhart currently sitting in the 11th position. He's up 1, as well as Sturgill here in the 12th position. Ron Walsh trying to make his way up to the front, another playoff driver. Got about 9 laps to try to get himself some stage points, although he is sitting pretty comfortably right now, 28 points above the cut line. Christoph Hall, he's going to be currently in the 14th position, down 6. Reynolds, he is up 5 from the beginning, so he's up to 15th position, followed by Philip Schmitz, Dakota Kramer, David Scott, Maurice Burnett. And then rounding out your top 20 right now, that's the 10 of Ryan D. Cook.
Yeah, and to kind of shed a little bit more light on the track as well, you went through the through all that earlier. The banking in these turns is 17 to 20 degrees progressive. So that means where Tommy D and Aaron Jackson are coming off the corner right now, that's 20 degrees banking. The bottom is 17 degrees banking, so it's a little bit flatter down there. You can't really get onto the into the fuel, into the gas, whatever you want to go for, as good as the person out there on the top side. But the back stretch is at 5 degrees, and the front stretch is actually a 9 to 11 degree progressive. So the banking in the front stretch has more than New Hampshire does. Kind of think about that.
Well, New Hampshire is a terrible track, so there's that.
It's not as yucky as Martinsville.
Oh, I'd rather go to Martinsville.
Oof, fighting words. Anyway, back to the track.
Mike Montesi here in the number 6, holding on to the top 5, getting a lot of pressure from Dario Higman Shearer. We've got a lot of tight racing right here through 6 through 10. A lot of tires. We're starting to see the drivers that aren't saving quite as well, and we're seeing the drivers that are saving try and to make their
6.
way up front. 6 taps the wall. The 21 going to go high. The 93 trying to get below, but the 6 moves down in front.
Montesi got loose coming off that corner.
Lots of right side damage, especially to the rear of the car. A little bit of a traffic jam here. Looks like we're driving on I-75.
This is true. I will definitely attest to that. But that mess up right there from Montesi, it really boggled these guys up behind. Really good opportunities here for Ricky Edding, Bud Shear, Dalton, to name a few, for these guys to get some more
Aaron Jackson, the 12.
Oh,
Can he keep the car straight and keep us under the green flag? Oh, he falls up onto the track, 60 into the wall. There's going to be some drivers not happy with that one, but I don't think there was much he could do there being stuck in the grass.
nope.
That's
one way to cool the tires down.
One driver I was going to mention here, he's not saving. That's the 43. Sammy Harrell wants to go get a stage win here, as he needs every stage point that he can get. And Van Scoik is also on the move here, as he is caught back up to those two. Aaron Jackson.
We got about 3 laps left to go here for the stage as well.
Aaron Jackson able to gather it back up. A little bit of right side damage there, especially to the right front. That's going to affect that car very badly here at Kansas. But it looks like he's able to get himself, that's the 18 or the 11. I'm sorry,
11.
Jumps into the wall. He's got an 18 paint scheme. Threw me off.
This is true. The old Bobby Labonte paint scheme. Love it.
Seen a little bit more right side damage here than I'm used to. 23 of Van Scoik up into that top line, looking to get around the 43. Looks like he will make that pass, and we'll see if the 23, he's got a couple laps here to go try to steal a stage win from Delago, who's led every lap so far.
Yeah, we haven't heard too much from Tommy D, as we call him. He's been out doing his NHRA stuff, and he told me earlier that his whole team finished 4th this season, so they're turning tail and starting to get some stuff ready for next season. So he's been doing his own little league as well on Tuesday nights, and he's been kind of busy here.
All right, the 23. We are on the final lap of the stage. He's trying to see if he can make a pass and get this stage win, get the 10 points in the playoff point, but looks like the 86 might have just enough to continue to hold off that 23, as the 23 is going to look to the inside just a little bit, but the 86 is coming down the track as well to put that block on. And your stage winner here for stage 1 is going to be Tommy D, as the caution flies for stage 1.
What a stage by Tommy D.
First caution of the race comes for the stage. No cautions for incident, even though we did have a couple close calls. See if we can let these cars get caught up to the pace car and make their pit stop, and maybe we'll see if we can talk to Tommy D. That is your Beef Jerky Unlimited sponsor right there. You can see it on the car, the side of the car, the back of the car. Got Beef Jerky Unlimited everywhere.
Yes, sir. And I've actually got him in the waiting room if you're ready to bring him in.
As long as he's okay with talking during his pit stop, I'm cool with it.
We'll wait till his pit stop's over. But yes, he does. By the way, Nate, I'm going to tell you now because I know what you're going to do later. You're going to be pestering me about this bag of beef jerky that I say I'm going to give you. I did talk to Tommy D. He is going to send us 3 of the sample sized bags, and I did get you the flamethrower. So you do get the hot coming. It should be here possibly tomorrow and or Saturday. I'll get it to you next week before the next race.
Looks like everybody's coming down pit road. No cars elect to stay out, which fuel wise, I don't see how anybody could have. Excuse me.
Tommy D's right sides are going up.
4 fresh tires for the 86. Dalton's going to make his way up to the front. Vance Quick will just hold on the second out of the pits there. So we're seeing a lot of fresh tires here from what I can see. Pit time. Maybe some 2 tires, but Sammy Harrell looks like it's going to be your first driver on 4 fresh tires with Burkhart Higman. The top 8. Top 8 probably going to be 2 sides. All right, pull them up.
All righty, we're going to go ahead and bring up Tommy D. Here, let's see. Hey, Tommy D, you got a copy?
I sure do.
Hey, man. Hey, I just wanted to bring you up since we've seen you in this race, and we haven't seen you in a while. You have been busy, my friend, and you have told me all about it. So, real quick, I want to bring you up into this booth. 1, congratulations on the stage win.
Thank you.
And 2, tell us a little bit more about this beef jerky. I have said it so many times that I think I've worn my voice out. But from the creator of Beef Jerky Unlimited, I want to hear it from you as well.
Well, yeah, obviously I've been really busy, obviously working on the NHRA Top Fuel Dragster. Season was over a couple weeks ago. I've been trying to balance that with running the business and making beef jerky, and it keeps me pretty busy. I mean, we've struggled obviously since COVID, like a lot of other companies, and struggled through this year too, but things are starting to come back. We're learning better ways to do it, but it's hard to keep up. We make 18 different flavors of beef jerky. We make 5 flavors of different pork jerky and 5 flavors of different chicken jerky, and then we also make what I call a nice little snack beef jerky chip. We cut it as thin as pastrami and smoke it at a higher temperature for a couple hours longer, and you get a light, crunchy beef chip that's kind of, a lot better for you than a potato chip.
Nice, man. All right, well, we'll let you get back down there to the track, and I appreciate you coming up here to the booth, man.
Thank you, man. See what we can do here. Got some worn out tires.
Good luck. As we go back green, we got them down there just in time for the green here.
I thought there were still 2 to go, and then I saw them all getting double file.
When I seen him get double 2, I'm like, oh no, he's not going to get all of it out. Maybe we'll get him up for the next one.
All right, a few playoff drivers making their way to the front here. Ron Walsh and Brandon Burkhart making their way through the field, 3 wide, through the middle, looking to go through the middle once again, through a couple of teammates even. What a move by the 83 there.
Yeah, Harrell and Burkhart are saying it's time to go. It's time to go. Let's do this. And they're trying to get as many positions as they can to try to maybe save the tires later on, or try to dethrone Tommy D up here and not let him get every single lap led here.
It is very obvious the 83 is on 4 fresh tires and these other cars are not, as the 83 in 2 laps is going to go all the way to the lead and lead the first lap that the 86 will not.
Taking a page out of Ramsdale's book right here.
That's the other thing. I will be curious to see where Ramsdale finishes this stage, as he still did not take tires. He sat way back in stage 1, so I'm just curious to see how this is going to play out, knowing that he needs stage points. I'm just, he's throwing me for a loop here. We'll say that.
You never know what you're going to get.
Back in the field, a lot of action starting to heat up here. riding along in the cockpit once again of the 23. Tyler Dalton right in front. Ron Walsh to the inside. It's going to fall in line right in front of Eddie.
Yeah, Dalton's one of the drivers there from the Sim 500. I think from what I'm hearing, Charles is merging or taking some of the G.O.A.T drivers, and I wouldn't say merging as much. I don't know if you have a better word for that, Nate,
It's
or
a
not.
merger.
But
You're
yeah,
saying it
merger or
correctly.
something like that with the Sim 500 league guys. And I believe they race on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, if I'm not mistaken. So, and some of us guys on the G.O.A.T side, I just raced last night with the Sim 500 in the Cup Series with them. Didn't do very well, but you know, I haven't really raced as much either. I've been doing more of the broadcast side of this, but it's pretty fun. I'm really excited for this merger that he's got going on.
A lot of action right here behind the 97. That's the 24 of Sturgill. Right side damage to the rear end of that car. Was looking to the inside. Tardif right behind him. You can see Reynolds, Montesi, and Bud Shear back there. Looks like Bud might have even tapped the wall just a little bit getting into the corner.
Seeing a lot of right side taps from this track. It's kind of odd to see, really.
And while we were going through the field, I actually missed this lead change. The 43, who also took fresh tires, has made his way up to the front, caught Burkhart and passed him.
Sam Harrell is going to haul that mail. He says, I need these points. We need them now. I don't want to go into Martinsville and have to mess with all the carnage. I don't feel safe like I did with Charles last week. Or 2 weeks ago, my bad.
It's got to get to the end of lap 45, which is the end of stage 2, to try to get that extra playoff point. I guess playoff points don't matter at this point. You make it to the round of 4, you're all on the same level. Best finish in that championship race. So he wants that 10 extra points, though, to get himself sitting in a better spot to try to make the championship 4. See him
He's getting really
ride.
close to that wall.
Yep. Riding that wall. That one was a little closer than I think I would have liked to have seen. The 60 of John Higman here, all the way up to 3rd position now on fresh tires as well. Your top 5 currently, Maurice Burnett's made his way up there, all have fresh tires. I would say the driver that I'm most surprised of, that I have not seen make his way up to the front yet, is that 48 right there, almost contact with Ramsdale.
This is not like John Walsh here.
Who? Did you just
Sorry,
call
not
him John?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, oh my goodness, I'm coming up with all different kinds of names. Anyway, Ron Walsh. This is not like Ron Walsh here. I'm used to him being up top 5 at least or so, not running back here in 12th. Ramsdale's here in the top 10. He's made it up there. Made it up 2 spots from the start of the stage, along with Charles Van Scoyk here in 9th and Tommy D. You can definitely tell the ones that have taken tires or saved their tires from the last stage, with Harrell, Burkhart, and Higman all running away with this thing right now. Those 4 fresh tires are really getting exciting for them as right now. as we ride along here with Ramsdale. Ricky Edding looks like he's putting on some pressure to Joe Tardif back there. Charles Van Scoik up here in ninth position. You throw those 4 cars right under a blanket as Ron Walsh gets a run on the outside here of Ramsdale. Tardif's going to try to go with Ron here. Bottom line prevails over the top into the corner, but coming out of the corner, you get so much of a run that the bottom side does not get. And you see it here because Ron was able to get underneath him pretty decent here, but Ramsdale's able to stay with him, if not pull alongside of him.
Back up to your leader here. That's Sammy Harrell, who has a 1.17 second gap now on second place of Burkhart, who jumped straight out to the lead here in stage 2. Tommy Delago on those right sides has fallen back to 8th, but he still has 2 sets of tires, so he will be good in the final stage as he taps the wall. Maybe just a little.
Flip that.
Didn't do any damage, it doesn't look like, so he'll be all right. Maybe just a hair to the right rear, but hey, that can make you a little more aerodynamic, you know, might be a little bit better.
And just a 5-second roll on the beef jerky, you know.
Ooh, is he going to slide up in front of the 23? Very close move. 23 had to gather that one back up.
Yeah, you know, in Charles's mind, he's like, no, 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 shoot.
24 of Cody Sturgill making a good run here in stage 2 up to the 6th position, running that high line as well. 4 to go here in the stage. It'll be 3 to go when they get to the line, as we have to go to the end of lap 45. And Sammy Harrell looking pretty comfortable for the next 3 laps, bearing no incidents.
Yeah, he's pulling away from Burkhart about 1/10 of a lap here, so he's sitting pretty. He can just kind of rim ride for a little bit and possibly be able to just kind of just run himself all the way to the second stage and get him the good points. You were talking about Cook a while back, but he's 2 laps down now. He was holding himself early there in the first stage, and I don't know if he had a loose lug or something go wrong with the car there after that pit stop. But
yeah, it looks like he pitted on lap 36 once again. Not 100% sure what's going on there with the 10, but he did make an extra pit stop that was unscheduled. Sammy Harrell has now caught the 31 of Scott, looking to put him 1 lap down here before the end of the stage, but he's on the final lap to try to do it.
Burkhart, he's way back there.
Burkhart has lost second position to Jackson.
Says he went off track. Interesting.
And Sammy Harrell is going to be your stage 2 winner, as we should see the caution flag fly, which it does right now.
We have got a very, very difficult official this week, so make sure we're finding our P's and Q's.
It's going to be an extra 10 points for Sammy to try to make his way into that final 4. And once again, stage 2 goes clean. 2 cautions today, just for stage ends. No cautions for incident. Jackson's going to come home second at the end of stage 2. Burkhart third. Hickman fourth. Burnett getting some much needed stage points there. Sturgill in sixth. Dalton seventh. Delago eighth after winning stage 1. A little bit different tire strategy. Van Scoik also in the playoffs will get a couple points as Ron Walsh makes his way up to 10th and will take that final stage point. Big stage for Sammy, though.
Ooh. Oh yeah, big one. I mean, Sammy definitely needed that one. Along with Burkhart, he needed those points, as well as Burnett. Burnett was probably my astounding driver for this stage. He actually got a top 5 out of this one, so he got some major points as well. Charles Van Scoik was able to squeeze out some points there with 9. We don't get 2 points out of that, but pit stops are coming right now.
Looks like the entire field will make its way down pit road. I would assume Ryan Cook will probably stay out and try to take a wave around here. Get back to 1 lap down. Scott was able to keep himself on the lead lap, I believe. Maybe not. Yes, he did. I would expect to see 4 fresh tires from probably close to the entire field here, unless they took tires at the end of stage 1. They may hold off on tires here until they have to make that pit stop about halfway through this stage. 4 wide coming off pit road. The 2 and the 60 kept it off of each other.
That was a close one. I'm surprised Netco didn't take him.
Dude, I tell you what, I don't know if you saw the broadcast from Tuesday's race. Me and another truck, it was actually Joe Tardif, who's currently in the 10th position. We had net code so bad, I was down on the white line. Where were we at?
Were you at Homestead?
We were at Homestead. I was down on the white line.
Sammy coming back in, sorry.
Topping off fuel. And you could have fit a truck in between us. And it net coded him and turned him sideways.
Oof. That's crazy. I don't know how they determine that. Now, granted, that is the wonders of internet racing, but I don't know how it determines whether it sees, in the future that you're gonna hit each other or something. But that's interesting.
It was the worst net code I had ever seen.
Well, you want to bring Tommy D back up here to see if he's got anything else to say?
Yeah, you can. Sorry, I was in the middle of stretching.
Oh, you're good. I've been coughing like crazy here, so. All right, Tommy D, we brought you back in just because, we cut you off a little early there. So you have multiple beef flavors. You've got, what did you say, 5 pork or chicken, and you have these chips as well. Is that correct?
Yep, I got 18 flavors of chips, 18 flavors of beef jerky, 5 flavors of pork, and 5 flavors of chicken.
And now this is beefjerkyunlimited.com. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. And we actually have a deal going on right now. If you buy 5 of our 3.25 ounce packs, or actually 6, normally it's $60. It's $55, and we'll throw in a little gift bag, little pouch, little burlap pouch for Christmas.
Now I know Nate Bogart here. He loves the spicy spices. I don't care too much for it. I'm a little bit of a baby when it comes to those. What is your hottest one that you have?
Well, I've got 3 levels of hot. My hottest is called, imagine this, nitromethane beef. And it's basically a habanero flavored beef with our base seasoning. So it's still, once you take your punishment, you still get a good flavor. Then I've got a flamethrower, which is a step below that. That's done with crushed red peppers. And then another little temperature under that was Firehouse, which is done with sriracha sauce.
Well, Nate, you're getting the flamethrower, so have fun with that one.
All
All right,
right.
Tommy D, looks like you're about to go back to green here, so we'll let you get back down to it.
Thanks, guys. Having fun. Thanks for everything you do.
Good luck.
Yep, man.
All right, once again, that is Tommy D talking about your league sponsor in Beef Jerky Unlimited. He's going to get a great jump out of the Geico restart zone here. Tyler Dalton in second, Van Scoik in third, Higman in fourth. Ron Walsh, who I have expected to see up here, trying to make his way up front. And Tyler Dalton's going to get a huge jump off that bottom line and take the lead away. But I do believe Tommy he only had a 10-second pit stop. I don't think he took 4 fresh tires yet.
No, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I'd seen right sides go up the last time, so he took probably right side tires, and I'm wondering if he took left sides this round just to make sure he has one full cycle of tires left to take later on. But I don't know. I'm kind of like those pink wheels. I have no idea what's going on here.
There's the number 23. That's Charles Van Scoik, your league owner of G.O.A.T Racing. In the Crush Insurance number 23. Runs that number 23 across all of his leagues. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Came off the corner.
That's going to be our first caution for incident as we were riding along with it when it happened. Looks like the 86 here is going to get caught up in the wall and turned down into the 23. 23, just wrong place, wrong time. Oh my gosh, look at that accident avoidance.
Yeah, I don't know if Aaron Jackson completely missed that, but he was close. Tommy had his brakes locked the whole way. It's just you can't. It's kind of like a train. If he's got him locked up, it takes a mile or so to. Ooh, that wasn't Aaron Jackson. That was Ramsdale. Unfortunate for Charles here. He's gonna have to come back through the field. Just minding his own business down there. Just as the safer barrier stops and the original wall starts, is where Tommy D caught it. Unfortunate. Man, Dalton just shot out of a rocket, didn't he? All right, your rundown right now is Tyler Dalton first, Justin Reynolds is second, Ricky Utting is third, Mike Montesi is fourth, Cameron Dario, fifth, Jeff Ramsdale is sixth, John Higman is seventh, Bud Shears eighth, Christoph is ninth, and Dakota Kramer is now your top 10. Went caution free first 2 stages in that unfortunate event right there, coming off of turn 4 with Tommy D collecting Charles Van Scoik in the front stretch. Brings out our first caution. That is not a stage. Looks like we have Ricky Utting in pit lane. Got a few takers here. Topping off of fuel. Sorry, that's just Ramsdale. That's Sammy Hero. Cook should be your lucky dog recipient here for this caution.
It shows Tommy
somebody
D in the pits, but I don't know. Nope, he is out of the race. He had to have had a fast repair still.
And I do not see him in our Discord either. So I believe he took that and said, I don't want to come back in and mess up any more of the playoff drivers race. So Tommy D, short-lived, took the stage 1 win and a top 10 in stage 2. Unfortunate event coming off of turn 4 has him out for the race.
Look at the damage on the 23 there. Did not use the fast repair. And Tyler Dalton still your leader. Reynolds to the outside. Ricky Udding, your first playoff driver, in the 3rd position. Ramsdale in the 97. He is in 6th. Those are your only 2 playoff drivers inside of the top 10 right now.
Green flag, green flag, green flag.
A lot of cars still trying to get caught up back there as they topped off on fuel, but Dalton is going to take the jump. The 94 is going to try to stay with him, but that 16 just fired off the line. And as I heard tires and I hear a caution.
Good job, bud. Tell me what you got going.
97 of
Whoa.
Ramsdale, that's not good. That's a playoff driver.
Bud Shear's involved as well.
Cautions breed cautions, is what they always say.
Looks like Dakota Kramer's in it as well. Looks like. Ramsdale did not go.
Ramsdale did not go at all. 93 makes the move after the start finish, which is 100% legal.
Oof.
Followed the race line, and I gotta look at this again.
And Charles is in it again.
So the 93 is on the seam. Maybe moves down just a touch, but the 97 was moving up the track as well. He had the 60 below him. Kramer, nowhere to go. Probably could have got on the brakes maybe a little bit. 23 involved, 12 involved, another playoff driver. I don't know. I'm kind of like, did he just not see it happening? Like, if I'm the 41 here, I've got plenty of time to see this is happening, right?
Yes, but that's the other thing too.
I'm on the brakes now.
He sees this here.
There's
So
no opening.
He's probably hoping that the track washes these guys down a little bit more, and his line is going to be able to get by these without any problem at all. But there's not much banking. Like I said before, there's about 9 to 11 degrees of banking in the front stretch. It doesn't hit 17 to 20 until you get into turn 1. So they're not going to wash down as much as what I think Kramer thought was going to happen.
He barely even let off the gas. I don't know. If I'm those drivers, I'm mad because brake pedal. Use those brakes.
Yeah, for sure.
Could have saved some damage to a lot of cars there, I think. But it is what it is, and that's our second caution for incident. And apparently cautions breed cautions. And now things are starting to look a little bit interesting as we've got a playoff driver of Jackson on pit road, still trying to fix damage. Charles Van Squick once again was involved. Probably had to take a fast repair now. Still hasn't, never mind. He has damage still to the right side that he's just trying to get fixed up. And 7 of your 8 playoff drivers are 11th spot or further back.
Burkhardt's coming back in, get some damage or top off of fuel. I don't think he was involved with that one. But yeah, unfortunate again for Charles Van Squeek. just involved. This time it wasn't his fault again. So was just an innocent bystander in this one as well.
Let's see. Burkhardt, a playoff driver on pit road, probably getting some fuel. Maybe fixing a little bit of damage if he had any. Aaron Jackson, pretty torn up car right now. Probably trying to save the fast repair.
And I am just getting word from the garage that Tommy D's screen went black for 10 seconds with that incident from before.
Oh no.
So that is a for us sim racers, that is huge. That is like your engine just blowing up on you in real life. So he wanted to say sorry to everybody. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure these drivers will watch our broadcast after this race, of course. So that is what happened with him, and he is completely sorry. And this is the reason why he is out of the race.
All right, before we go green here, running through your field, Dalton is still in first place, Reynolds in second, Ricky Utting, your only playoff driver in the top 10, is in third place. Mike Montesi back up to fourth position in the number 6. Cameron Dario, the number 21, is in the top 5. Higman Jr., number 60, is in the 6th position. Christoph Hall has made his way back to 7th position. Sturgill in the 8th position. Philip Schmitz in 9th. In the top 10, round out by David Scott. Maurice Burnett has made his way to 11th. He is the highest playoff driver besides Ricky Utting. Ron Walsh currently sitting in 12th. Dakota Kramer here in 13th with Ramsdale to the outside in 14th. Just involved in that wreck, as well as the 23, the 93, the 83 playoff driver back here sitting in 17th position, followed by Jackson, who was just involved in the wreck. Ryan Cook has made his way back onto the lead lap and is sitting in 19th, followed by Sammy Harrell, Richard Crane, Joe Tardif, and Tommy D out of the race. And they are into the Geico restart zone. Lap 62. Green flag. Tyler Dalton gets another good jump with the 94 to the outside. Reynolds having a good race. 18 positions up from the beginning. Ricky Utting's going to settle into third for the moment as Mike Montesi and Cameron Dario try to fight it out here for the top 5 position. And here comes Christoph Hall.
Cars behind these guys. Huge. 4 wide back there almost, at least coming off of turn 2.
Ron Walsh,
we're going to take it low.
All the way down to the grass, trying to make a pass, putting himself into the top 10, trying to make his way up front, trying to get all the points he can to keep that comfortable lead he had coming into the round of 8, up 28 above the cut line. With these drivers getting stage points, they're just cutting into it as he has struggled here a little bit in the first couple stages. And I say struggle. He may not be struggling. This may not just be one of his better tracks, but from what we're used to seeing from that 48, I'm going to say struggle.
Yeah, like I said before, we're used to seeing him in the top 5, if not trying to win this thing or winning this thing. So seeing him back here in 7th place, he's on his way up there now. He's on a move, but seeing him back here in 7th place is kind of odd.
Charles Van Squick still got some right side damage, but trying to hold on to every position he can, even trying to grab a couple positions here. I would assume we'll see him probably use that fast repair closer to the end to see what kind of run he can make when he grabs probably his last set of tires.
You know he's driving mad. He is coming through the field right now.
Maurice Burnett, another playoff driver, sitting in 16th, down 5 from the start of this restart. He was in the 11th position. Burkhardt, playoff driver, sitting in 18th. Sammy Harrell, the 43, he's in 20th, and Aaron Jackson, 21st. So there's kind of a rundown of your playoff drivers as Ramsdale and Walsh have made their way into the top 8. Ricky Utting still holding on to the 3rd position. Everybody trying to chase down the 16 of Dalton, though.
Yeah, to put it into perspective, Walsh ran not this last lap, but the lap before that. He ran his fastest lap at a 31.52. So he is on his way trying to get back up to this front. He knows he doesn't want to go into Martinsville and hope to goodness that he can get out of the top 8 and go into the top 4.
Yes, he is running very fast lap times, anywhere from 2 to 3 tenths faster a lap, and we've seen him go from 2.5 seconds back to now a second and a half. So I think here comes the 48.
Yeah, if there was a Mr. Where'd he come from award, the day it'd be his. He's coming.
Fastest lap, last lap. That was the 93 of Bud Shearer. So it looks like he's got that damage fixed on that car, and he's trying to make his way to the front as well. 97's going to slide up out of the corner, then go back low. The 93 going to look to the outside here. Try to get another position and put himself into 8th if he can, off of turn 2 here.
Yeah, it looks like Bud Shear's able to get out of his funk as of right now, because there for a while, there was a few races he was finishing, if not 11th or worse. And he's actually putting on a really good showing here at Kansas. The Mama Zerk view.
Oh, we've got a real blimp view this time.
Look like little ants running around a track. I don't know about you, Nate, but this is one track that I would love to get tickets to, come watch a race, if not a full weekend of racing here at this track.
Oh, it would be a ton of fun. We only got to take one road.
This is true. But I've been here twice to see the track itself. But I've not seen cars on track here. And sometime we both need to plan a trip to go to Kansas.
How far of a drive is that? Like 7 hours, 8 hours?
Yeah, it's not a far drive. You should be able to get there at least within a day. So yeah, I'd say it's about 7, maybe 8, depending on traffic. Mama Zerk out there says, need her glasses for that one. That was a large view of the blimp that time.
Tyler Dalton's still out front, but he hasn't been able to spread that gap out by too much. Reynolds still holding within 2 tenths and Utting within half a second.
Yeah, Dalton just shot out of a cannon. He is running. I wouldn't say running away with this race, but he is up there in the front. He is keeping Reynolds behind him and Ricky Utting as well. But it looks like Reynolds has found something there in the middle groove that is getting him closer and closer to Dalton. So there may be a possible lead fight here within a few laps. Aaron Jackson just kind of limping around just to get as much as he can, get out of this race as fast as he can as well.
4 of your playoff drivers are 19th through 22nd right now. I've got to imagine that we're going to see green flag pit stops here soon, and we're going to see 4 tires go on these cars, and maybe a fast repair for Aaron. And then we're going to We're going to see what they can do to catch up. Van Squik, another playoff driver in 11th. 97 of Ramsdale back up to the 9th position. Ron Walsh has gained another position up to 5th, but is losing a little bit of ground here to Dalton now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Reynolds was trying to run down Dalton a little too hard, ran out his stuff. Ricky Edding is like, okay, you ran yours out. I'm going to see if I can put something up against Dalton here. .24 to go, and I'm hearing pitting across the radio waves right now, so be ready for pit stops.
First car on pit road, John Higman Jr., Aaron Jackson making his way down. I expect to see a fast repair here from the 12. If he doesn't have it, that's not going to be good. I don't know, the way this race is going, this could really mix up the playoffs. No fast repair for the 12. Still the only two cars to make their way down pit road. I'm shocked. I don't think he had to use it earlier.
It looks like Ricky is kind of staying somewhat close to Dalton here, as we see the 21 of Dario and the 41 of Kramer coming into the pits. But Ricky Edding is able to kind of stay toe-to-toe with Dalton, but he's not gaining or losing anything at all. Kramer's on his way out along with...
Ooh, very long pit stop here for the 21. Dario's been on the pit road for 40 seconds already.
Ooh, someone smoked him coming into the pits. Business is picking up.
Curious to see if we'll see the 23 use a fast repair now to try to get all the speed back in that car. Nope. Oh, maybe. Yep, there it is. Overshot his pit just a little bit. The leader comes down pit road of Dalton. Udding's on his way down. Montesi, Ramsdale. Cook was on his way in. Sturgill making his way in. So it's like Justin Reynolds is going to be about your only car. Oh, nope. Top 6 still. That has not pitted. That's going to put Ron Walsh currently sitting in second position. He's going to overtake the lead here from the 94, making his pit stop.
How long does Walsh stay out on
He's
these
going to
tires?
lose a lot of time every lap he stays out now. The 83 just came off pit road. I thought he was on pit road for 55 seconds.
2 laps down right now as it's showing.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if some of these guys thought that they had their fast repair checked and they sat there, waited, and they're like, wait a minute. And it was already too late.
Top 5 still need to make their way down pit road. We'll see how long they stay out. Did anybody save fuel? Was it possible? I doubt it, but you never know. Some of these guys can save a ton of fuel. But cheers. Dalton trying to get his lap back the hard way as he goes by Bud, trying to make his way to Ron Walsh. Maurice Burnett has spun out on pit road. That is not good for the 8. He's got damage to the nose of that car now as well. That is a playoff driver. That's going to hurt right there. Ron Walsh makes his way down pit road. Has already caught the 8, just to kind of put that in perspective of how long that spin took him to get turned around. Bud makes his way on the pit road as well. Looks like Maurice should have had a fast repair. Taking 4 fresh tires. Joe Tardif still out front, but still has to pit, as well as Sammy Harrell in second position. And then that will finish the cycle of green flag pit stops, and we are at 15 laps to go. As you can see, they weren't running next to each other before on the track, but Charles and Udding are right next to each other. Udding had a 55-second pit stop as well. I wonder if there was some penalties. There had to have been some speeding penalties.
That's the only thing I'm thinking is either a speeding penalty or it was a passing under yellow penalty, because that'll give you 45 seconds.
There was no yellow.
Previous yellows.
They would have had to serve that in a couple laps. So it had to have been speeding. But I think Maurice got a speeding penalty as well because he had his fast repair and he was on there. So yeah, these longer pit stops we're seeing from Udding, Cameron, Dario, Burkhart, Maurice, Higman. It looks like they all got, maybe not Higman, he might have had some damage. It was only 34 seconds, but 4 drivers had 54 seconds or more. I think we saw some speeding penalties there. As Tardif comes down to make his final pit stop of the day. Sammy Harrell still out on track, still needs to pit, but he is currently in the lead. And he's getting tracked down by a lot of drivers here as he, oh my, you can't go from the top to the bottom there to pit, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, he was calling pitting, just going into 3. I don't think he was able to get his car down low enough.
That almost caused a disaster. Sammy Harrell makes his pit stop. Dalton will take over the lead. Ron Walsh is going to be... I need this thing to update.
Going to be 5th after going past Harrell.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it was going to update the times, but it looks like he is currently 8.5 seconds back, which means Dalton had a very quick pit stop. It's like everybody took 4 fresh tires except for maybe this car right here. May have only taken right sides. Bud Shear may be on the same. They had 10 and 11 second pit stops, so we'll see how this plays out. But currently, your leader in the points and the leader of the playoff drivers right now in 4th position is Ron Walsh. Pretty big gap from 1st to 2nd. We'll have to see if there's a caution, but if there is not, with only 10 to go, I think Dalton is sitting pretty comfortable to go get himself a race win here. But it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, Reynolds is catching him pretty quick, so I'm wondering if Dalton only took fuel, maybe, possibly. I don't know if he took any right sides or not. I didn't watch his pit as well, but Reynolds is catching him fairly quickly. So unless Dalton had a little bit of a mess up, and because it's going up now again, so
one driver that is running faster right now is that 48. He's turned 8.5 seconds down to 7. Last lap, Ron Walsh ran a 31.5 and your leader ran a 32.12. Holy cow.
yeah, that right there shows who got tires and who did not. Oh, and Kramer hits the wall coming out of turn 4 and still smashing it.
I know we have a lot of drivers here that would have liked to have seen a caution there, but we are not going to get it. We stayed green flag. Ron Walsh into third, 6.5 seconds back, and catching Reynolds quickly. But still out front, the 16 of Dalton, looking to go get that win. Let's see if he's able to keep off the rush of Walsh that we're seeing right now. He's running about 4/10 a lap faster, but I just don't think that's going to be quite enough.
Yep, if anything, Walsh was looking at a top 2 finish here. And we're going to have to get ready for him coming up into the booth. Always fun to have him up here. Burnett.
Richard Crane looking to go around the 23 of Vance Goik here. Vance Goik is still sitting in third of the playoff drivers, so he's at least still got that positive that he's got 5 other playoff drivers behind him that he's going to gain points on here. So even through all the trouble that he's had to deal with through this race of just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, at least he's got that going. 5 to go here at Kansas.
Here pretty soon. I'd say in about 2 laps, Ron Walsh is going to be on Reynolds, and he's going to be fighting for that second place. But I think the top 3 are pretty well set. I don't think Hall is ever going to get to Reynolds or Walsh with a 5 seconds behind those 3. Ramsdale is your 5th place runner right now, and Shear is 6th. 7th is Smits. Montesi is 8th. Kramer is 9th. And Cook, coming from 2 laps down, is top 10 right now.
Oh, the 12 gets in the wall, gets into the 7. Oh, they keep it straight. Oh, I thought we about got a caution. It would have made this very interesting.
Would have made it really interesting because I don't think anybody has tires in the pits at all. And Burnett, man, he was in top 5 the last stage. He is 21st, 2 laps down now.
We are 2 to go here at Kansas. Coming to the white flag, the 16 making his way down the backstretch. Going into turn 3. Once we take that white flag, the next flag will end the race. White flag is out for Tyler Dalton. Making his way into turn 1 and 2 for the final time. Ron Walsh running very quick laps, but Dalton has picked the pace up as well. And Ron Walsh has driven everything out of that car that he could, trying to get to the 16 and get that race win, but not enough time, not enough car. And out of turn 4, here comes the 16 of Dalton, and across the line he goes. Race winner here at Kansas, Tyler Dalton.
Ron Walsh comes in 2nd. Reynolds comes across in the 3rd position. We'll wait on those 3 drivers to come up in here to the waiting room. As Bud Shear comes 4th. Mr. Hall comes in 5th. Ramsdale 6th. Schmitz is 7th. Montesi's 8th. Cook gets up there into 9th position. And Richard Crane rounds out your top 10.
Finishing the race 11th is going to be Sammy Harrell. 12th position will be Charles Van Scoyk. A couple playoff drivers there. Sturgill is going to come in 13th, followed by Kramer in the 14th position. 31 of Scott will finish 15th. Aaron Jackson is going to come home 16th. 17th place will be the 7 of Joe Tardif. Ricky Utting will come home in the 18th position. Cameron Dario 19th. Brandon Burkhart 20th. 21st position will be Maurice Burnett. John Higman Jr. 22nd. And then 23rd will be Thomas Delago.
All right, looks like we got Reynolds and Walsh in our waiting room right now. There's Tyler Dalton. Let's go ahead and bring him on up here if you're ready there, Nate.
Go for it, Chief.
All righty. Tyler Dalton, congratulations on your win here and welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thank you.
Dalton, kind of take us through this race a little bit. We've seen you kind of in the top 5, running top 10 early on in this race. Were you trying to, just kind of save your tires or try to figure out everybody else racing around you?
Well, it's my first race here in the Xfinity League here at the G.O.A.T Racing League. We were really fast in practice, went up there and screwed up qualifying, hit the wall on both laps. So else I think we probably started first, probably second at the worst. And honestly, we just trying to take my time getting up through the field. Didn't want to wreck anybody or cause anybody to be in bad spots. And then with the first stage, it got our way up to inside the top 10, about 8th or so. And we knew that we had one less set of tires than we needed to stop for fuel. So we saved that set and didn't take tires on the first stage. We got back out there racing, let everybody took tires to get by us, and we got by Thomas. And that point was pretty much the de facto lead. It was the first guys that didn't take the tires. We knew we were in a pretty good spot there. And then starting that last stage, we had a few cautions, just trying to maintain the lead, don't burn the tires off, and then made up a pretty good bit of time getting to pit road. Came out, saw we had a pretty good lead, so I was just going to take it easy, and funny enough, didn't put a scratch on the car to the last lap. I decided in 3 and 4 to try to go for it, and went up there and just barely scraped the wall, but I guess if you're going to scrape it, that's a good time to do it.
Yeah, for sure. And this track, it doesn't eat the tires as much as what most that we go to in this league. But to save these tires, what were you trying to back the corners up a little bit, or was the top lane a tire saver lane, or was that the bottom?
You could honestly make both work. I was going up there in the top and waiting a little bit later to get back on the gas, so I was waiting for the weight to transfer before I got back on the gas. And when I did, it would, especially on old tires, it would help loosen it up a little bit. And any weight that you could get on that right rear and any heat you could get in the right rear was good for the tires. So when we pitted there, that green flag stopped. Our tires were great. So that's pretty much what won us the race, was just managing our tires and having a good pit stop.
Well, as your first race coming out here in the G.O.A.T Racing League, what a way to run it. Coming in first, winning this thing. Nate, you got anything for him?
Just a big congratulations. Coming out here, I believe you won Tuesday as well in the truck series.
Saturday.
Saturday, you're right. Saturday in a cup cars. So yeah, just looking forward to racing with you more and more. Looks like you're a very fast driver in all series. So congratulations on your win here, and look forward to racing with you and probably talking to you up in the booth here more as we go.
Yeah, we've been having fun. Appreciate it. I want to thank all the guys at the G.O.A.T Racing League for having us over. Been a blast racing with y'all guys. They're really clean. And like I said, it is 2 wins in a row. Feels pretty good. Got to throw a little shot out there for my South Carolina Gamecocks after we had a big win last weekend. So that's why we got the special paint scheme on the car. And wanted to show a thanks to my 7500 Mafia teammates. Me and Mike Montesi were running good. John Higman was running pretty good. He had a pit road issue, unfortunately, but we've all had a blast running here and hope to keep doing it.
All right, everybody, that was Tyler Dalton, your race winner here at Kansas in the GOAT Racing League. And we will go ahead and get our second place finisher and be ready. Get ready, everybody, because it is Ron Walsh as your second place finisher. Welcome to the booth, buddy.
I can't, guys. I'm crying. Because I came in second again. No, I'm joking.
Oh, I know it.
Hey,
what's
going on, gentlemen? How you doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing good so far. Yet you were running him down. You had probably about 10 more laps. You probably would have had him.
I was trying. I thought on that the last two where I was racing with Justin, I thought I might have gone up and he tapped the wall. I thought that was my fault. So me and him were just in the waiting room talking about it. And he's like, "Nah, man, you're all good." So I was like, because I don't want to ruin anybody's race.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, earlier we were making comments because it was very odd, very, very odd to see you back there in 10th, if not running lower than 10th for the first part of the race. And we were wondering if you were saving something for the end. And well, we can see now.
No. Well, what would happen at first is that the third restart for the stage, I hit the safer barrier on that restart and jerked my car, so I just lost all power, so I had to go back in and get that repaired when we got the other the caution after that. So that put me in the back of the field.
I see. We didn't see that.
Yeah. I tapped it and I was like, "What was that?" And then I realized what I did, and it was like kind of like a hand to the forehead type thing. Like, oh, great, look at me.
We were worried because we had your name on a seat and everything up here for you because we knew you were coming.
I was coming.
Why is he back here?
Yeah, I can't run a race without being in the booth. I can't.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
I can't.
Well, you were trying to.
Well, yeah, I was trying to, but somebody was kicking me in the butt, going, "Hey, man, you have to get in that booth. You have to be in the top 3." But I want to congratulate Tyler, man. He did a great job.
Yeah,
I was wondering where Nate was going there for a while because he wouldn't be talking for a little bit up here in the booth, and I now know what was going on. He went down and was talking to you personally, saying, "Look, you don't come up here in at least top 3. I'm kicking your butt later."
Well, for when I retire next year, you know what I mean? He came down and was like, "Listen, man, if you don't get in that top 3, you don't have a spot in the booth next year."
This is true.
And
This is true.
I'm like, "Man, what am I going to do?" Now he's going to make me go like work for Hendrick or something.
Well, you got some work to do to get to Martinsville.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. Why'd you have to remind me? I was on this cloud now. Now you had to say Martinsville. Look at me now. Now I'm down below the cloud.
On a positive note, you should have a good amount of points to take to Martinsville and be pretty comfortable.
So what you're trying to say, Nate, is stay in the back and just be safe, right?
Just take care of that car, let everybody else wreck, and then you just kind of weave in and out of the mess.
All right, I got you. Stay in the back. Don't hit anybody and wrap my car in bubble wrap, right?
There you go.
I'll be good.
Line it with mattresses.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
All right, Nate. It's like I said, it's always fun to have Ron Walsh up here in the booth with you. Congratulations on your second place finish, Nate. You got anything for Ron?
Oh, just a congratulations. I expect you to win a race here soon. Just saying.
I'm trying. I'm getting old, guys. I'm trying.
No,
my arthritis is kicking in.
But great run. Congrats on second.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
guys.
Take your time. Give your shout outs.
Give a shout out to the Fast Lane guys, Aaron, Ricky, Brandon, Charles, Charles for running the league, you guys for broadcasting, Beef Jerky Unlimited, Admin Box, who else is there? Dubby, I forget who else there is.
Global Strategy Team.
Global Strategy, Tarkov, Call of Duty, whatever. But, thank you guys for having me up here, man. It's always fun. It's always fun talking with you guys. Oh, yeah. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way, guys?
Great.
Very good. Very good.
Awesome.
Hope yours was well.
Oh, it's definitely awesome. It's always good to spend time with my girlfriend and my daughter.
There
So
you go.
that was good.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for having me, and congratulate Justin on the third place, and
Yeah,
Tyler for the win.
Yeah, for sure. Again, congratulations on your second place finish. You thought we almost didn't see you up here, but anyway, that was Ron Walsh, everybody. Second place finish. And we are going to move up your third place finisher with Justin Reynolds. Congratulations on third place. Take us through your race.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was a pretty good race for us. We went to go qualify and we hit the wall twice.
Mhm.
So that was, a great way to start it. And then we just kind of picked our way up. And then that run, we had the first run, then the second one, I didn't take tires, which I think a lot of people went that strategy. And I fell off hard, and I was just too hard on that right front. And then once we got to pit again at the end of that second stage and put freshies on it, I was up there running and just kind of found myself in P2 there for the restart. And I was trying all I could to stay with them. I tried to make the move underneath them, but that car got tied on me and I had to lift, and I wasn't able to walk them back down no more. And that was kind of the end for me. But still, I mean, RBS, top three. I ain't gonna complain about that. It was a good race, clean up front for sure, and it was very fun.
Been a while since we've had you up here in the booth, and finally getting another podium after a few races. You were in a little bit of a race slump there, but you were able to find something here at Kansas and get a top three finish. Again, congratulations on the top three. And Nate, you have anything here for Justin?
Just a congratulations on the P3. Good to have you back up here in the booth. Looks like you and Bud both ended up with a good run and a good run for RBS, two in the top four. And this is your time. Go ahead and give us your shout outs.
Yeah, just y'all putting on the broadcast, man. Y'all do a great job, and everybody with the league, putting everything on, all the admins and Charles for everything he does, and uh, we always enjoy coming out here and having fun and getting a little competitive with it. And RBS, we try to make as many races as we can. Work's kind of been hindering me here lately, but I'm still gonna make as much as we can. And I just want to say thank y'all for everything y'all do.
Alrighty, again, congratulations on the P3, everybody. That was Justin Reynolds, an RBS driver, taking the top three here. Oh man, Nate, what a race! Kansas always brings it out.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite tracks to watch here, whether it's on iRacing in person, I love to drive it. We saw, anywhere from single file to four wide racing here, especially on the front stretch on the restarts. Only two of your top 8 or your final 8 playoff drivers made their way into the top 10 here at the finish. We had a few playoff drivers get quite a few stage points. That's going to help them out a lot. And then, 11 through 21, that's where your other 6 playoff drivers sit. So we'll have to see what kind of points day and how these drivers are going to sit, trying to lock themselves into the final 4 here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see going into Martinsville. Again, yucky Martinsville, but it's going to be interesting to see who's going to have to do what they need to do in Martinsville to get out of Martinsville in the top 4. But man, Kansas, like I said, it was an awesome track. I love how you can just run so many different lanes. And honestly, I've noticed a little bit of a trend. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but if you qualified and hit the wall twice, it seemed like it was a good day for you.
Yeah. A couple of drivers there that had issues in qualifying and ended up in the top 3.
Yep. And then so after Martinsville, I was looking at the schedule a little bit and I clicked out of it. I want to get right back in it. But after Martinsville, the famous Phoenix Raceway is going to be on December 15th. That will be your track for the top 4 to figure out who's going to be your champion in the G.O.A.T Racing Beef Jerky Unlimited Series.
Alrighty, folks, and with that, we will see you next week. That'll be Thursday, December 8th, here again around 8 p.m. For the Martinsville Speedway race to figure out what 4 drivers are going to be locked into that championship for. And we'll see if we have an outside winner or we'll have someone in the top 8 that says, hey, I need a win and I'm going to do everything I can to get it and lock myself into that championship 4. And on that note, like I said, we'll see you next Thursday. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we will see you then.
Later.